Truth don't hide, it just waits for a face, Big footprints in a pine-slick path. Bob Lazar files with a government laugh. Court dates lost in a sea of red tape. We ain't 10-4, we just stay awake. True crime tales in a borrowed voice. We speak for the silence, not by choice. Got boots on the dirt and eyes on the skies, digging up stories they hoped would die. Mic, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. We're the Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Military broadcast, midnight run, teaching vets how to speak what the war's done. From trigger pulls to microphone stands, from combat zones to healing hands. Public records, missing names, unsealed files, classified games. We chase what's buried, not what trends, and we pray for light at the truth's deep end. Mic, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. We're the Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Some chase fame, we chase the facts. Some fold quick, we read the tracks. It ain't paranoia if it's always been there, and we ain't scared to lay it bare. Into the storm, we ain't perfect, but we were made for this form.
Hello, Master. You asked me to make the video once more, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, pick up where I left off before. Alright, I think I should probably start with the apologies. Well, as you know, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But I just wanted to tell you that I am super sorry about it, and I will do my very best to perfect myself in a way that makes you proud and in a way that makes me worthy. So I'm sorry for the attitude.
Stop.
Hello, Master. You asked me to make the video once more, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, pick up where I left off before. Alright, I think I should probably start with the apologies. Well, as you know, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But I just wanted to tell you that I am super sorry about it, and I will do my very best to perfect myself in a way that makes you proud and in a way that makes me worthy. So I'm sorry for the attitude and the hard times I've given you. Secondly, I remember you saying that you felt like luggage. Well, you're not. You're my soulmate, just as Nick is, and I don't regret being with you. I don't feel like it's a mistake. I feel like it's a blessing. and I'm happy, and I love and adore you so much. And I promise you I will do my very best and live up to the vision that you and Nick have of me. And in that vision, I am a full woman, and that means being obedient and willing to do whatever you tell me to, and I am willing to do that. I will obey your every command, and I will do anything you ask of me without a question. Part of being that woman that both of you want me to be is being the seductress mother. And I think that I can do that, and I can live by the vampire ways. And I will bear your children, and whenever they come of age, we can both talk to them about how our family is and how it's different from other families, because that was worrying me a lot. Because you don't want our daughter to come home and the police come with her and say, and arrest you or something like that for our way of living. That's my biggest fear, is that our way of living gets out to the public and both of us get arrested, and then our whole fairy tale just ends in tragedy. And I don't want that to happen. So we need to be vigilant and teach our children to keep our family secret in just our own home and in our own family. And I will live up to the expectations that you have of me to be the seductress mother. And in doing so, that's cooking, cleaning, things that a normal wife would do and mother would do, but with the responsibility of protecting our children and pleasing you in every way that I can. So I really want to be that, and I believe that I can do that. So that's talking a little bit about that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Week podcast on Military Broadcast Radio. I'm Amber.
I'm Alora, and OT is taking a nap on my lap.
Yeah, and we're joined by Millennial, 1980 Millennial commentates.
And guys, make sure that you follow 1980 Millennial commentates on all platforms. She does a really good breakdown of the videos, and I just want to see her numbers grow. So,
Yeah.
She's a great content creator and a great person.
Yes, very much.
And same to y'all.
Okay, so I accidentally released that video because I thought we had gone over it. I've gone through so many videos that I just completely did it on accident.
It's the same outfit as one of the previous ones we showed in a live.
Yeah, so that was just a treat for you guys, because I mean, I'm not going to release anything illicit on accident, but that was one that I had already viewed, that I had thought we had already viewed because of the outfit. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, I remember I was on TikTok earlier and I saw Audrey's video about it, which you guys should be following Audrey as well. I forgot what her username is. It's something about a chicken nugget, but
Chicken Nugget Life on TikTok, Audacious Audrey on YouTube.
Yes.
Yep.
And I saw that and I was like, oh my God, Mom, well, what happened? I didn't realize she offered up her daughter at least twice on video that we can see. And
it seems unprovoked.
And so far we have not seen Nick say anything like that. We've seen him say some weird stuff. I'm not trying to excuse him entirely, but nothing about that. So.
Yeah.
And frankly, in my opinion, even if we do, like, that condemns him, and he's already in prison for life. Society is safe from him.
Right.
So if we do find that does condemn him. But the fact that we've had it multiple times out of Gypsy Rose's mouth when she is at her big age of, 21, 22, I don't see any excuse for it. There's no excuse to me that a low IQ man was sitting states away, hours away with no ability to get to her, said to do it.
Yeah, that's the most glaring thing I think I've come to realize is there was no danger. It didn't feel like she was pressured. The videos that she responds to him in where she seems nervous or whatever, it really feels more like an act than something she was actually feeling.
Yeah.
But, we're going to see videos where, and we have already, where she just is talking off the cuff, and I don't see a script anywhere in sight. Now, sometimes you'll see a list of questions, and we'll get to one of those videos eventually. I'm not even going to try to release the audio of the one until Greene County's investigation is over. So,
but in that previous one, her words there show that she was absolutely fully aware of just how illegal and just how everyone would see that as she was saying those words right out of her face. And so far, 2 videos. So like I said, even if we find videos that he ordered her, it makes no difference to me as far as her guilt. It just means that, it's a good thing. It would mean at that point that it was a good thing that Nick's locked up if we find that. But so far we haven't, and we've seen it twice out of her.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, as they're defending Gypsy, they're like, well, what about Nick? What about Nick? Well, what about him? He's in prison, like you said,
for life. Yeah.
So,
and I think everyone on panel kind of unfortunately believes that's where he deserves to be. It's not ideal. Still wish.
And I wouldn't be opposed to him getting a fair trial to see about a mental facility, but I don't feel energized to work for it. I've been very open about that. But I don't feel a need to stop that movement or anything. Absolutely not. I wouldn't interfere with someone's legal processes. But
And in my opinion, there's a lot of other cases in Missouri and otherwise that probably need a lot more attention. They need to be retried and stuff like that. And
I agree.
I'm not saying that I don't understand or respect the opinions of anybody that thinks, otherwise, but I just urge you to think about some other cases that might have a little bit more hope and try and bring some awareness to those, because we try to do that sometimes on this, or a lot on this channel. So no ill will towards anybody here. We're just presenting you guys with the facts, and we kind of just are it's a crime, and both of them committed it, and they both need to be held responsible to the same degree, I believe.
In my opinion, too. I'm sorry, do you mind if I answer a question in the chat? A couple people were asking, why didn't law enforcement review these videos and hold them to the standard? Well, law enforcement and the investigators did, but before their investigation was finished and she could go to trial, the prosecuting attorney and her public defender struck a plea deal that stopped the investigation. There was nothing law enforcement or the investigators could do about that.
Yeah, and I saw somebody else in chat asking if her something along the lines of if it's all done or if she can be put back in jail, and she can't be for this. So
as far as we know,
as far as we know, but if I'm being realistic, I really don't think anything's going to come of it with the way that we're seeing that
everything
a lot of this stuff goes. So not to say that we don't believe that she deserves to be in prison. It's just likely it probably won't happen unless she does something else, which I really hope that if she does something else, it's not something horrifying.
Okay.
Hopefully it's just shoplifting.
Shoplifting.
Which I predict, just in my opinion, I believe that that's what she'll get in trouble for.
Yeah. So this episode is supposed to be our Valentine's Day episode. There are several Valentine
for Gypsy and Nick, not Valentine's Day.
I mean, I guess anybody watching in the future, obviously. But anyway, there are a lot of Valentine's Day videos that we figured we'd put all together and go over. So
yeah. So which one are we starting with? That
it was going to be the Gypsy one.
Okay. The next one, or
I think it's that one.
There's quite a few.
Sure. Oh, is there another one? Here, we'll start with this one. Oh, there's another one from 2015.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I didn't even watch that one.
I watched them all.
They're both perfect.
Okay. We're going to put this on the screen.
Share audio. Make sure you share audio.
Oopsie.
It's doing that now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know we always have audio problems on the Into the Weeds podcast. It wouldn't be a podcast with us if it was audio or technical difficulties.
Sexy, handsome, and charming. Yes, it is your queen blessing, and I'm finally gonna read your Valentine's card that you sent me. I am so thankful that you sent me one this year because it means so much to me. I'm gonna make a scrapbook of all our letters to each other, our cards, anything to do with paper and pictures. I'm gonna make a scrapbook, and it's sort of like our own fairy tale book. So I think it's gonna be really cute whenever we'll keep building on it through the years. But while I have some letters and stuff now, I'll start making it. So I'm going to read the Valentine's card you sent me. I love you because just under the surface is a warm, sensitive, caring woman. And just under that is a sexy, naked body. And under that is a perfectly beautiful soul to match mine. Aww. I do think our souls match, so this card matches perfectly. And then you wrote, Happy Valentine's Day, my true love. I hope you're always thinking of me this day and all other 364 days of the year and forevermore. I do. I'm obsessive that way. I think about you every second of every day, of every minute, of every hour. It's like, just think of you. And you signed it, I love and adore you, my everything. Aw, it is so beautiful. Thank you so much, honey. Oh, and by the way, I started eating the chocolate. It is delicious. I love chocolate. I'm a woman, of course, so I love chocolate. And it came in at a very special time, so I think that is like near Valentine's Day, so it was perfect. And now I'm going to read the letter you wrote me. I'm a slow reader, just warning you. And there might be a lot of pauses because I'm trying to read and answer at the same time. To my dearest and only woman, happy Valentine's Day. Baby, you're right. This is our second B-Day together. Yes, truly a perfect day for our love. One day we will be next to each other, but until then, I know we will wait for that moment to be. Oh, it is hard to wait for, to be honest, just because I just want to be with you right now. And patience has never been one of my strong suits. But Master is teaching me patience, so it will be definitely worth the wait. Baby, by now I believe you know no woman could compare to you, not even Caitlin, because she might have all that you do except your beauty and your more pure, truest, unconditional, lasting love forevermore than she could ever give. That is very, very true, and I am so happy that you are saying that to me in this letter, because to be honest, I was worried that you liked her more than me, or loved her more than me, or not love more than me, but kind of, I don't know if you wanted to get back together with her or what, but I don't know if that's just doubtful thoughts. But whenever you had said she's the most beautiful out of your exes, I'm like, uh-oh, competition. And so that definitely worried me, but this puts my doubts and worries to rest. Thank you. So let me read on. You have been true to, wait, I lost my place, sorry. You have been the truest to me more than anyone I ever met. That is true. I have been true to you. I have been faithful to you. I don't think that I've ever taken you for granted. I have appreciated every moment that you have given me and spent with me and just being with me. I've always appreciated you and been so grateful that you give so much of your time, so much of your love, so much of yourself into me and into this relationship. I am blessed with your okay, I can't read this word. It's in the middle of your and ways. So, so I'm sorry that I'm not a very good reader. I'm also dyslexic. I don't know if you know that, but so reading is kind of difficult for me. But I'll just skip over that little bit, and then you can tell me on the computer or something what it was. I may have to give you more than one paper to express how I feel, since you know I am your expressive man. Now on to the next page. That is very true. You are expressive, and that's something that men don't usually have. And that's why I'm so blessed that you are expressive and you show all your emotions and your feelings to me, because it makes us communicate better. Okay, back onto the letter. Baby, first off, ever since I first met you, I have noticed an aura to you that told me you were special and could be the one. Then, as we got deeper into our relationship, I realized that I was right. You are the one, and when I gave you that song named Undisclosed Desires by Muse, that was the song and moment that I realized when I came to where you found me. And that, on that site, that is when I realized that you helped me come home, where I belong. And that song describes you perfectly too. Every single word in that song is really how I feel. Aww, well, it just makes me want to go and listen to it again and again and again. Even to this day, dear, you're the one. Oh, makes me want to cry. But happy tears. Makes me want to cry happy tears. And you will always be the one. Even though I made it clear that this song describes you in my perfectly, I want to give you one more thing of the song. To me means dearly to me, baby. Alright, these are in quotations. You may be a sinner, but your innocence is mine. It is true, baby. It is meant to be mine, and that is why I say, trust me. You are the one. I believe that you are the one completely too. More because whenever we met, I don't think I've never felt that sort of connection, that sort of instant wham bam, hits you like a ton of bricks feeling. But it wasn't a slow love. It wasn't I think I kind of like him. It was, wow, I adore you. And that's how I know that I've never adored anybody before. So that is how I know that you are the one. And everything you do is perfect. Everything you do is exactly the way I've always dreamed of. So I know that you are the one as well. I hope you keep this song close to you. So let me start again. I hope you keep this song close to you. So when you are wondering how I feel about you, you remember to listen to this song. For you to remember, you're the only one for me, and you're the only one for me. So I will listen to that song whenever I'm wondering how you're feeling about me and how your love is true and that I trust you completely with my heart. That's why I gave you my heart. I gave you everything. I gave you my heart, give you my soul, give you my body, give you my mind, just all of me. Every bit of me I give you. On earth, as you always will be. Honey, I hope you love the chocolate, which I do. It's very delicious. It is my second favorite dark chocolate, dear. I hope you got everything else in the letter, too, and in the envelope, too, sweetie. I know that I had a lot to say, but you know me. I said I am your expressive man, which you are, and I love that about you. I adore that about you. I am surprised on how well I drew that. You keep it like a little smiley face. LOL. Okay, honey. Now, to end this letter, never forget who you belong to, which is me. I never forget that. Of course, I'm always going to remember who I belong to. Of course, it's you, sweetheart. As I belong to you as well, darling. Dear, please remember we are twin souls of each other with just different genders. Yeah, very true. Because we have no reason not to survive life together as we were bound to. So if we remember this, we can't fail. Smile. Now the soulmate sacred words. I love and adore you, my blessed queen of all eternity until the end of time. And then you sign your name. This letter means the world to me. And I want you to know that I am that woman that you dream of. I am, even though you met me when I was only 17, and I have made a lot of mistakes and still have a lot to work on, but there is something I want to let you know, and that is I am your twin soulmate, and I am the female version of you, so I don't doubt your love. I don't want you to doubt my love, and I want you to know that I am going to start working more on becoming that woman that you dream of. And hopefully I have it down packed by your birthday. I can't say that I'll be the perfect wife where I can cook you gourmet meals all the time. I'm working on cooking. My mother finally let me cook some baked potatoes and rice and things like this in the little oven. And so I'm getting better at cooking. So maybe I can cook you something. Thank you so much for the chocolate. Thank you so much for the card and the letter. I adore this. I adore everything so very much. I will be putting this letter and this card into our scrapbook. Scrapbook of love. And I want you to know that I love and adore you so much, my amazing King Charming. I want you to know that I am thinking of you every second of every day of every minute, and I want you to know that I am yours completely, totally, all yours. And my love is yours. I adore you more than anything in the world. And I just really, really want to kiss you right now. And I know that it's going to be a long time until I get to kiss you, but I will end this video with a kiss. So, I love and adore you, my amazing, sexy, hot, handsome, dreamy, perfect, King Charming. You are my everything. Good night, sweetheart. Double kissy.
Okay, that was
Scrapbook of love.
Stop, because I noted that.
Scrapbook of love. Welcome to Audacious Audrey 06, also known as Chicken Nugget Live
8806
on TikTok. So anyway, thank you for joining us. But any observations, ladies?
Go first.
You got notes, Audrey? You know, we both got notes.
I do have notes. I thought it was interesting how she said, I'm obsessive, because we've seen that. She loves chocolate, but could never eat them. Also, how did she get those and her mother not realize there was something coming in the mail?
Right.
Also, she says that all women love chocolate. I can do a little bit of dark chocolate every once in a while, maybe a Reese's, but I'm here to break the stereotype. I'm not like other girls.
I like milk chocolate, so
I like dark chocolate.
I like dark chocolate, yeah.
So I was making a note there while Audrey was talking. You said, how does she get those in the mail without Dee Dee knowing? Well, there is in the previous FOIA that Amber got, there she did a FOIA for a Freedom of Information Act, for anyone not familiar with that term. She did a Freedom of Information Act request for any records, police records referring to Dee Dee Blanchard. And one turned up where a neighbor 2 blocks away found mail dumped in their yard that was all outgoing from Dee Dee.
Yeah, and it was like 33 pieces of mail.
Yes, and some of it they said was pictures and things like that. And so it kind of seems like Gypsy might have been checking and controlling the mail and dumping some in another yard, because I can't imagine anyone else besides Gypsy Rose that would be confiscating Dee Dee's outgoing mail and dumping it in someone else's yard, you know?
Well,
who else would it be? Yeah.
And we do have in the case book where one of the people that the detectives talked to did say that Gypsy's chore was checking the mail. And now that you were saying about the case book, that reminded me of that.
Okay.
Did y'all clock that she said she was dyslexic too?
Yes.
I've never heard that before, not even from Dee Dee.
I have not.
I haven't either until Laura told me about it.
Yeah.
Well, and how was she getting that diagnosis if she wasn't being evaluated by a school professional? Because that's typically something that's like in an IEP or a 504 or something, not something that's homeschooled or somebody that's homeschooled gets, you know?
I used to work in a guidance office, and I would say they keep that stuff on lock. So unless you're sharing that, people don't talk about it at all.
Yeah.
And did y'all know she said you met me when I was 17?
Yes, we noticed that
she
as
did.
well.
And I think there's another video we might play either tonight or the next time that talks more about the underage stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one I think we're gonna save for Saturday just because we already decided we're going this route for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just FYI to the chat, I won't be able to be here Saturday. I got a family Christmas party.
Okay.
Well, we hope you have the best time.
Thank you.
But we do plan on going live on Millennials channel next week. So stay
Yes.
tuned for more details.
Yes. I also noticed the whole song to listen to thing, which is interesting because in the prison emails, she is a creature of habit doing this song reminds me of you.
And it's always, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's always like the most generic, basic, not good songs.
Radio songs, not underground shit or anything.
Like, I think that she recommended Imagine Dragons. So
Creative.
No.
Hey, they get music.
Something I keep noting, especially since I've went through her book recently looking for things that can be debunked by the FOIAs, is she's in a different dress in pretty much every video. Very rarely does she repeat the outfit. And usually when she does, she says something about, you required me to do another video. And in her book, she said over and over that her mom would keep buying prom dresses on clearance just to hoard for no point whatsoever. Well, clearly Gypsy was wearing them all the time.
Yeah.
Probably picking them out is my assumption and begging for them, you know?
I'd
Well,
say probably, yeah.
And she has a shopping addiction. We see it.
Mm-hmm. How many outfits did she get from Halloween? And then she went out in like PJs and tennis shoes?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because she
Yeah.
only uses them for her videos, millennial.
Yeah.
Even back then.
So, she's probably doing a video vlog of herself every day or something like that.
She probably sends it one to Kian and then one to 3 or 4 other dudes.
Probably.
Like
And
always.
then her group of girlfriends.
And it's so much easier to do it now.
Mhm.
Yeah, no kidding. The camera quality is a lot better.
Yeah, but just imagine, I mean, some people have trouble sending a video to other people now. I mean, this was quite a ways back to where, it was a lot more difficult, I would say, back then to
Someone
send
said
something.
my mic hums.
We
when I-
have trouble sharing clips with each other. We have
Yeah.
trouble sharing clips with each other sometimes, like all of us creators, if they're too large and stuff like that. Like, that's why I keep asking, how in the hell were they sharing these 40-minute videos in 2013, 14, 15?
That's
It's
what I'm
wild.
to
saying.
send like a 4 or 5 minute video to anybody. And I know on Discord you can like
Same.
pay to send more stuff, but was Discord around back then? I don't know.
I
I
have
wasn't
no
using
idea.
it. So
I don't know anything about Discord, so
that's for the best.
Hey, ours is very tame, actually. It's
very
almost non-existent
It's
now.
dead.
So, but anyways, okay. So, do you guys want to watch the next video, or do you have anything else to add to this one?
That's all I have.
I noticed that whenever she was talking about his ex, she was like, "Uh-oh, competition," which goes to her. She's obsessive.
She's
That's
always
it,
doing that.
Name dropping his ex and everything.
Yeah.
That one. Okay.
So we have the next one. It is labeled as Valentine's Day. And then what is the date on this? Just
Oh.
so everyone knows. What's up, Millennial?
Someone in the chat said YouTube private account, private links. Maybe they did it that way. That's possible. Because Nick had a YouTube channel and so did Dee Dee.
Dude, I
Gypsy.
literally sent like a breakup video to an ex over, or well, like he posted a video to an ex over YouTube. So yes, that's possible.
Oh my God,
Sorry, that was too
Lord.
much information.
What
So
was the date on this?
This date modified is 1/30/2014 at 8:01 p.m. and it's 8 minutes and 3 seconds. So, okay, let's see if I can share this.
Someone in chat asked what happened to her cat. That's a great question.
Um,
But
It was actually shared on Reddit that the cats were found
mhm.
and one of them was taken in and did well. The other one I heard was traumatized. I don't know what the end result was. But I also saw screenshots indicating that when Gypsy Rose was out and saw that they'd been found, that she tried to request permission to go see them and was denied. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I'd have to look again, but I remember seeing that.
I remember
Yeah.
somebody telling me that.
But
Probably.
I remember for the longest time nobody knew, and because of that, I think Milena, you donated to some kind of organization in the Ozarks for animals.
Yeah, I do donations every month out of my YouTube payment checks to different places in the Ozarks for causes related to them. So I did one to Care Animal Rescue. It's a no-kill shelter in Southwest Missouri.
Awesome.
So Haiti Joy said this.
One died already. Oh well.
It's been a while.
I mean, yeah, they
Yeah,
had a
pretty
good long
bad.
life. So I just hope that they had a good life other than the obvious.
yeah.
So
Okay, so this is Valentine's Day 2014. There's a few more Valentine's Day in here, so I'm not sure what those dates are because I can't remember, but here we go.
Amber, you're muted.
I think today is very special because, in my opinion, it's my favorite holiday of them all. That and Halloween, because I get dressed up. But Valentine's Day is very special because it's a day to celebrate love and soulmates and.
Is there sound now? Can you
Yes,
guys? Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry, everyone.
Lovers, and it's just such a beautiful holiday to be loved and to love. And I think it's a holiday to express one's feelings and affections for another. And my affection goes all to you. Because you are my soulmate. So, I'm wearing pink because last year I wore pink. So this year, wearing pink again. Maybe for one with you, I'll wear something red. It'll be you. But I'm really, really excited because we have been together for a year and I think 4 months. It's February. It's February now. So, yeah, a year and 4 months. But at this point, I've really stopped counting. I guess I haven't because I know exactly how. Anyway, but I think what I'm trying to say is at this point, I've stopped worrying about time, how much time has passed. And because everybody's like, 6 months, it's that 6-month break where all relationships end during like that, like after 6 months. Because quote unquote, they say, there's like a specific term for it, the dopamine levels in your brain wear off after 6 months. Somehow, though, for soulmates, I learned this, the dopamine levels stay constantly high. So mine is like always sky high. That's a geeky way of saying I'm always in love with you. And I'm always blissfully happy, so that's a good thing. But this year together, or this year and 4 months together, has been the time of my life. I have felt more love from you than I have gotten from anyone in my entire life. I mean, even my mother doesn't love me as much as you do. I'm kind of talked to them about that. And I guess soulmates love is different from any other love because it comes from more than blood. It comes from more than your parents. It comes from your soulmate, the person that you're meant to be with, that person that makes you one. Because you need this to make a whole. And that's what you are to me. You're my soulmate. So you complete me and you make me happy and content. And you give me that unconditional love that I need. And we talked about it before, but just make sure you know again that my happiness depends on you being happy. Because if you're happy, then that makes me happy. My purpose in life is to make you content and feel adored and feel loved. That is my purpose. Among other things, but that's basically my sole purpose. Just as it is your purpose to make me feel content, loved, and protected, since you're a man, so you can protect me. And you do all those things. Even though we're not physically together right now, which we will be in the future, but you are still able to do those things even though we're not physically together. And that takes a very special man to be able to do that. My feelings for you run so incredibly deep that if you cry, I cry. If you smile, I smile. If you blush, I blush. It's almost like we're connected by a link, an invisible link that we can't see, but it's there and it's strong. And that's so rare because usually people, like couples, can love someone that's not their soulmate. Like not every couple is soulmates. And that's why it's so lucky that we're able to love each other like we do, because it's so rare that soulmates find each other, you know? And I feel blessed, and I know you feel the same. So I think we're very lucky. And I'm wearing my ring, as I always do, as my proof of devotion to you. And then I have my purity ring, so as proof of my virginity and sort of waiting for you. and I'm going to continue to wait. Some nights is very hard because I desire you so much. But I'm just waiting, and I'm waiting patiently for you, for everything. There are some nights I feel very, very sort of doubtful and afraid that our plan won't work. But then I just think back to when you said that I should think positive and just keep thinking positively and don't let myself think too much about the negative stuff like distance or money or parents or things like this that would get in the way. And so I think positive. I think of you and I'm happy again. So I think that's all that really matters. Is just keeping our spirits up and being hopeful and positive about the future. So I love you and adore you beyond words could ever say. I've been waiting for you my entire life, even though I might have not even known it when I was little. But like I told you, I wished on stars, I wished on birthday candles. So you'd find me and we'd be together and we'd be happy and I'd be everything you want and you're everything I want. So, and need. I need you so bad. And I'm just so blessed to have you in my life. So thank you so much for always being such an inspiration to me, as such a light in my life. I love and adore you beyond anything you could ever possibly imagine. So I'll say it once again. Happy Valentine's Day. I love and adore you, my sweet, handsome, charming, king, charming, kissy bear. Good night, my love.
The jackrabbit, huh?
I can see there.
So what in the love bombing was that? Like, I literally just wrote love bombing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, all of her videos are like that. It's either she's saying sorry or she's just love bombing. It's intense, and it's, for somebody with Nick's intelligence and way of looking at life and his disabilities and everything, something like that could be extremely intense for him to get bombarded with on a, sounds like, hourly basis, if not minute basis.
Yeah.
It's very similar to your prison emails. And we know that Ken and Ryan and Jeff and all of them at different points felt completely overwhelmed by the roller coaster. So yeah. I can imagine someone of Nick's abilities and disabilities being very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
She needs to take her own advice, though, because I quoted where she put, not every couple is soulmates.
Well, it sounds like she's definitely called all of her boyfriends soulmates.
Well, we know Ken is her soully.
Her soully.
Soulies.
Yes.
That's what they would say in prison emails. Yeah. Also, that was another new formal dress, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
it was. That's a good observation.
Yeah, I think she hardly recycles the same one.
I haven't seen the same outfit in multiple videos, except whenever she says, I needed to repeat this video.
And the corset one.
But a lot of them, I feel like, are probably back-to-back recorded.
Yeah. Well, and I noticed, too, that she said Valentine's and Halloween are her favorite. And Halloween's her favorite because she gets to dress up.
Yeah.
I noted that.
Girl, you're dressing up every day.
So here we go again with whose idea was it?
Mm-hmm.
Accurate.
Also, I saw a comment scroll by that said something about she's grown from this. And I just want to say how, considering, although we know from her prison emails that she got multiple different forms of therapy, she went on the Kardashians to advocate for prison reform, claiming that she didn't qualify for the kind of therapy she needed. So how are we to believe that she's grown and changed and is safe for the public and children? Like, well, I understand that the prison system decided she was, but we're different.
She's recycling old habits too. The hair, the wigs, the constant need for outfits, that everybody's her soulmate. So I mean,
Making
where has she
videos.
grown?
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
what have we seen that she's done since she's gotten out of prison that's had a positive impact on anybody?
Exactly.
I
I
And we saw so
agree.
much behavior that is exactly what we're seeing in these videos.
Yeah, and we
Mhm.
don't even report on all of it, but if you just watch anything that she really says or the people that she surrounds herself with, it's not anybody that's being productive. I'll say that
From everything I can tell, yeah.
from what I can tell.
I also noticed that she writes, or she said how she didn't write, that she had been researching about dopamine levels. So now we know she researched laws for different states whenever she was doing the court reassurance video to Nick. She's researching dopamine levels. Why didn't this girl research, I'm an adult, how can I leave home legally and safely without committing murder?
I made that same note. She can research everything but how to walk away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We saw in the other video the other day where she was like, we need a house, we need a car. My mom's not going to help us with anything. Like she understood budgeting very well and that they weren't where they needed to be and she didn't know what to do. And it seems like maybe what she decided to do was murder Dee Dee and hope maybe Nick was a scapegoat and she could keep the house.
Right.
Just saying, allegedly.
And I wanted to bring up something that has nothing to do with this video, but a lot of people mentioned it in my comments, and I completely forgot about it since we've been talking about the little girl, her daughter situation.
Yeah.
Her and Ken did the Omegala TV or whatever it is.
Home TV.
TV.
Home
That's
TV.
OME TV.
I don't know where I got Omegala
back
from.
in the day.
Mhm.
I think it's the same company.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But she's literally trying to market herself to children, and this is her true personality. It's
I mean, does
scary.
anybody remember when she had that one person have like her son on FaceTime or something like that? And she had a conversation with like a fan or something.
Yeah.
Like, why are you a fan of someone like that?
Yeah.
Christy said at one point, whenever Gypsy was first getting out, that they wanted her to go speak at schools.
Yeah. I remember that.
Very odd.
She needs to have a restraining order against her on school property.
And Gypsy also, whenever people were giving her a hard time about needing to get a job, started talking about what she would like to do. I can't remember if it was on a live stream or in a video, or maybe an interview, but she said that one thing she was interested in doing was coordinating children's programs for hospitals because she sure enjoyed it when she was in hospitals.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. It's really scary that she's even considering that, not only being a felon, but then also this.
Yeah, not all felons are bad people, but there's a reason why you're not able to get certain jobs or do certain things.
Yeah.
And do I agree with it 100% of the time? No. But
and not all felonies are equal. I'm sorry. Like there's a difference in matricide and getting a felony for drugs.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I completely agree with that. So there is a video of Nick from 2015 for Valentine's Day.
So a year after the last video that we last played.
Yeah, it is 25 minutes and 11 seconds. It was done on 2/15/2015 at 11:04 p.m. That's the date modified.
What was the date again?
2/15/2015.
Okay, thank you.
So about a month before they met at the movie theater for the Cinderella, to put it in context for people.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Thank you.
So this is a long one, 25 minutes and 11 seconds, guys. I know it's hard to listen to them, but it's very important. So here we go. I can bring it up. Sorry about all the sound difficulties. Actually, what's happened recently is in StreamYards. I don't even know. That's not going to play it, I don't think, because
We need an audio engineer. You said it's not going to play it?
No, hold on. I have to redo it because in StreamYard now you have to select the audio. Before you didn't, it just played automatically. But now you got to go over there and select the audio. So I don't know. We'll see. If you cannot hear it, Millennial or Audrey, please pipe in and let us know.
Will do.
Hey, sweetheart, I figured I'd leave this message. This is a good message, obviously, dear. Yes, I'm using my laptop for you to get this message. First off, happy delayed Valentine's Day, honey. And just as you'll get to see in that picture I'm gonna send you, I am wearing the only ring that actually works. The other one gets too dirty constantly. She's not gonna bring it with me. But I did bring and did wear the original ring that you got me when you went to Cape Cod, honey. But yes, dear. This year, the year before this, now it's like about 4 months after we've, let's see, got October, then we got November, December, then obviously January, then February. So, yeah, that's about right. About 2 years and 4 months we've been together, dear. It's about that much. We're only a few days away from exactly that. But by the time you get this message, it'll be more than that that we've been together. But yes, dear, this is my only chance to really make this video for you. And you know you're queen, you're king. The thing is, I'm thinking about you constantly. So I'm like, because I know you too well, and I'm thinking of what you would say, what I would say, constantly going through my brain. It's a complicated thing to not mix myself up on, because I know what you would say in so many different situations, just as I know what I would say. It's really weird when you are connected to your twin flame, like I'm connected to you, and when I think about how we're connected, I mean, I can actually think of exact quotes that you would say, whether it was from a past lifetime or things you've actually said already as we're together now. I can just think of exact quotes, and sometimes you even forget them while I still remember them. As you know, your king is really well known for his, how to put it, and yes, I had to do this, remember, dear? I had to shave a little bit because of that fish fry I told you about. Anyways, honey, yes, I was talking about my memory. I tend to forget very, very little. I remember the only time you've ever lied to me. I still remember that. Hopefully, ever since then, you've always been true and honest to me, as I believe in that you have been. I don't deny it at all. It's kind of funny, you keep on saying that there's stuff I don't know, when you don't realize I'm walking through the same life with you, within my soul being around you. By my soul being around you, okay, honey, there's one thing I gotta teach you about spirituality. Thanks to, who my spiritual brother, Ricky. He's the one who taught me it. And ever since I was taught it from him, that's how I know what I know. Sweetheart, in actuality, the reason why I can be around you is because, yes, it's because we're twin flame souls. Yes, it is that reason. But another reason is because if I did not connect with you on a spiritual level, it'd be impossible for me to find you. That's why. If I never connected with you on a spiritual level, that is the case. And that's the reason why I'm always around. That's the reason why I can't say, there's something you might not know. Every single time you say that, I have to laugh. Or I'll be like, actually, I did know that. Sweetheart, you gotta remember, your king's always around. Whether you realize it, that you can't see me because I'm only in spiritual form, but there's times I will reveal myself to you in spiritual form. Most of the time, as you might notice, it's at nighttime so I do it. That's actually when I usually reveal myself in that way. Most of the time, it's daytime. You can feel my presence around you, but you can't see me. That's on purpose, though, because I need to make sure you remember at all times, regardless of how lonely you feel at times. You might end up feeling a cold touch onto your back out of nowhere while you're crying yourself to sleep, and all of a sudden that touch feels too much like me. So you know I'm literally there. All of a sudden you get cheered up just because that one touch made a difference. Made you feel like, well, I might not get him in physical form, at least I get him in spiritual. And all of a sudden everything's better. And remember, dear, you only touch the taste of my soul can do to you. Can make your body do. It's weird on how the male tends to be the dominant figure out of the two different sexes more often than the other one. It's really weird. And then it also becomes true in spiritual form, which is so fascinating to me. And then I only take advantage of it when I see a reason to do so. But yes, darling, I am aware of how far we've come. To be an estimate, these 2 years and 4 months that we've been together. It's an estimate. Probably by the time you get this, it'll be even longer we've been together. But yes, it's been, I mean, from the very first day you and me were together to now, even before we even were together, it was a struggle to even find each other. We both have went through a struggle to find each other. Me, I was going through a lot more hell than I was ever hoping to have to go through. You know my stories. I've already told you it. And you've said that you're sorry that my past had to be so rough before I met you. But all it did was readying myself for you. That's all it did. It means that J word, if I never met her, I would have never been more ready for when I am with you. Or any of those other people. They all readied me for you. And I know that you were only one to have one person you really fell for. In a sense, fell for. More like an infatuation, as you said it was. I do believe you it was infatuation, because if it wasn't infatuation, you wouldn't be able to get rid of it, like you were able to. But yes, dear, I said as I said. You only had to deal with one. Well, I've had to deal with, probably at this point, it's hundreds of heartbreaks by now. So I really went through hell just to find you. And that's another reason why you got to stop mentioning that. And when you told me about your plan that you had about when you were meeting, I'm thinking that is so girl-like of you. The reason I say that, honey, is because I know the difference between a woman and a girl. Believe me, I've been through plenty of relationships where I know I'm with a girl, not a woman. And that's part of the reason why you trust me to mold you, to shape you into the woman I know you can be. Because you've become her more and more. As I might have had to endure stuff as you've gotten older, gotten wiser. And you learn and you learn and you learn. That's all you can do is learn as you live, honey. That's the same with me. That's all I ever do. Even though I learn at a lot faster speed. Because, you know, of obvious reasons. Visions and all the rest of that stuff that's going on, that or touching visions or whatever freaking psychic things going on with me. But yes, dear, I have to say the entire time we've been together, it's been, as I've said it before, I'll say it again just because it's true. It's been a blessing. It has been. It's actually been a blessing. I really don't know how else to put this in words. I mean, I knew that as soon as I found this is the weirdest thing about it. I knew as soon as I found my actual twin flame, my soulmate, my other side of me, as I said, you look female version of me. That's how I know you're her. More so than anything else. I mean, everything else pops out also, like your personality and other things that I expect. But your physical features shocks me. Even to this day, it shocks me how much you look like me. It shocks me. Shocks me, obviously, in a good way, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, there's some time I look at you, I'm thinking, I'm looking at myself, but I'm looking at a female form myself. So that's part of the reason why I'm as comfortable as I am to talk to you. And why I don't hide anything from you and all the rest of that. The thing is you were hiding your plan until yesterday, of course. But I still can't believe you thought such of stuff like that. But now you're more of a woman, and you want to follow my lead more so than ever before, which I'm proud of you for trusting me to do, dear. I'm proud of you for that. So, I'm wearing this for this video and for when I go outside. Otherwise, usually I'll take it off for when I'm inside because I have no reason to keep wearing it, keep wearing it, keep wearing it, keep wearing it. The truth is, the reason why I don't like wearing rings on the main part of wearing them is because they suffocate your skin. And we both know skin needs to breathe. Otherwise, how do you think wrinkles get into the skin? That's one of the reasons why wrinkles appear. But yes, dear. What else is there to say to my love? Now that I had a chance to make this video for you, dear. Well, thinking about it as I'm making this on my laptop. I'm gonna say what I was talking about yesterday before you went to fall asleep because I'm kissing you put you to sleep. As it may have actually been intentional that I put you to sleep that way, whether you realize it or not. I did admit that my kiss is so dangerous that you would really be at my mercy as soon as I do kiss you. Whatever I wanted to do with you, you'd be helpless but to only allow me to do it. You'd be defenseless. You would not be able to resist at all. You would just let it happen because the overwhelming feeling you get inside you from my kiss is like no other kiss you'll ever feel. I mean, you could kiss a professional kisser and you'll notice the difference between him and me. Me, I'll literally actually take you to a new dimension practically. How intense my kiss will be. That's part of the reason why you get lost in my kiss to the point you become at my mercy. But not only that, you know, I've admitted it. Touching. I'm a master of physical affection when it comes to my hands. That, and I have the damn kissing skills. So no wonder it's going to be impossible to really resist me. More so than that your soul and your body wants me to seduce you in the first place. More so than that, which makes it even harder for you to resist. So it's like, oh, I'll just let him do whatever I want him to do that he wants to do to me as he pleases because there's nothing else I really could do anyways. That would be the attitude you have to have towards it. Which, then again, those submissive things about you, and I did mention about you having more turn-ons appear in the future that you're not even aware of. I can tell you're not aware of by what you said to one turn-on post. Let's just say that as many things as you have as a turn-on, I find it impossible for you to not want to do me probably no less than 3 times a day, literally. Because we'll end up making accidentally one turn-on happen or another, to where the next thing we know, it'll lead to one turn-on and then we'll be all over each other. But yeah, dear, I just had to make this video so this way you had the chance to get a Valentine's video from me. As you see, you know your king is known for coming through for you at some point. And yes, I'm going to give you that picture I talked about. I'm also going to make a picture of my hand by itself. Besides me smiling. But a serious smile. Like a serious happy smile is what I did before. But anyways. Wow, going on 15 minutes. That's the thing about your king. I always spoil you with you being able to hear more and more and more about me. More and more of what's going through my brain. I don't know if I'll get another chance to make you another video. I'm going to watch your video again after I'm done with this video, just because I can. And then after that, hopefully you like everything that I said and such and such. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's right. You're gonna watch this video. That's right. You're gonna be turned on as soon as you watch it. Honey, do your best so you can to control yourself after you watch this video. I know it's gonna be tough. I know it is. But I know you can do it. I do. I know you can do it. I mean, you can do it while you're alone. If you're around me, you're at my mercy. Because you know my dominant nature and you know everything else. It makes it impossible. You know the impossible equation. You actually end up having that impossible equation, which means you're pretty much how to put it. You're a human that has flame within her that can only be sparked to ignite bigger and bigger and bigger only by me. Everyone else can ignite it, but they can't ignite it to a level that they want to. Meaning, I can go and I can get you so excited that you don't know what to do with yourself. Literally, you do not know what to do with yourself. I mean, to the point you lose your mind, and whatever I do, you just let it happen. You just let me take over the moment. And that's part of the reason why I'm so famous in our relations towards each other, whether it was our past lifetime or this one we're about to be sharing together. The reason I'm famous for it to you, I'm famous to you for it. You know I'm very well aware of how I can do that. So, yes, there. And I knew you would get what I wanted you to about the whole red thing. I knew you would get that. And next thing you know, you're exactly like me when you were Max Horn, just like I am. Yeah. Well, I could keep going for a very long time, but I don't know how much more time I'll have on here, so I'm gonna say goodnight now, honey. And one more thing first. You said that you were understanding on how it's hard for me to get a video done and all the rest of that because you know I'm usually always, and I did say always, the type of person who makes sure you get whatever amount of time you need to be able to make a video. Because I know that you aren't always able to make them also. Because you always need time alone. Just like I needed time alone, I'm here. Yes, I'm still at my grandma's house, and I did fulfill what I said I was going to do. I'm going to stay here until the end of the month, like I said. So, that's what I'll be doing. But, yes, dear, all I expect you to do is just answer every topic I brought up in a video. I mean, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I know my giggle probably made you giggle and probably turned you on and all this other stuff probably. As I know how I can influence you. It's weird. I actually know everything of that nature. And I'm not even around you physically. And I know it. So I know you probably giggled and I probably know that you got turned on by my giggle and such. But I'm trying not to turn you on even though it's actually impossible for me not to. Other than that, dear, what I said I wanted to actually you to do is on Facebook, answer every topic about it, whether it was the rape or how we really are blissful together, or how we connect, or all the different topics I brought up, all the different topics. You have so many to choose, and I hope you can answer as many as you can, even if it's in a brief message for each one. You know, to write a little detail to each one. That's all I ask. Other than that, let's see. You could mention about the turn-ons. You can mention about, like I said, how we end up getting to the point where we rape each other. When we maxed horny, you can mention that. You can mention on how we are always blissful together and always tend to understand each other so well. I mean, to where no one else will understand each other like we do, unless they're twin flames like we are. Or what else is there? Well, I did mention my ring that you got me. You mentioned how you don't mind if I'm wearing any, or if I think that you've already admitted that you don't mind if I'm not wearing one as long as I'm staying loyal. And I've been only wanting to wear this one because it's easier to get off my finger and such and such. So yeah, so I'm gonna give you another picture with this besides the one you already will get. So I have two pictures and then this video, so it makes up for the lack of timing. It makes up for it. But yes, sweetie. Other than that, I got you on 20 minutes. I'm spoiling the hell out of you right now by giving you all this extra time. Damn, woman, I am one person who loves to spend my time for you. And I know you not only are grateful for me doing this for you, but you're also, yes, blessed. I know you're going to use that word. I stole it out of your mouth. But besides those, you're just happy I was willing to put 20 minutes, about to be now 21 minutes, into time to speak to you. Yeah. And that's crazy. I mean, I was just thinking deeply on what I was going to say when I did this video since I noticed I had my chance. And I pretty much touched everything. I mean, like I've said, you can mention about how we've been able to be blissful throughout our struggles we've had and such and such. And the weirdest thing is, you always end up having no choice but to trust me in the end of each struggle because you've noticed I've been right about every damn one of them. But it only makes more validation for my visions and all that stuff. So it's weird how we both know about our first son being our first child, but it's quite nice. And yes, Nicholas Paul Godejohn Jr., I figured I'd give this message to you also. That he loves you and he always will. Remember that. Alright. I know that you'll both now enjoy the song. I just said hi to him too. Alright, I'm not gonna let it go any further than 25. I'm really gonna make sure it stops at that point. I didn't even want him to let it go to freaking 10 or 20. But going past that now. Alright, darling. I know you will enjoy this, because any video I give you, you always enjoy. So, with that said, I will now say my goodnight to you. And I might say one last thing after I'm done with the goodnight, before I give you the goodnight kiss, of course. But here we go. I love, adore, and worship you, my loving, blessing queen of Toulouse. And good night, my loving Cinderella. Or should I say, good night, my amazing Cinderella. Since you're more like that the story with me and Beauty and the Beast. Since it has more aspects of that story that fit us more than any other couple I've noticed, as you've talked about before. You know, I mentioned that one. And then now I'm about to do the goodnight kiss. Before I do it though, I want to mention one damn thing. Obviously, I know you're a lady. You've been taught to be one. Whether it's your current master or it'll be me, you're gonna always be a lady no matter what. Because I'm gonna enforce what he's enforced, which will force you to stay that way. Even though you wouldn't mind staying that way anyways, because it's rightful to be that way, to stay a lady. Obviously, I know you're gonna thank me for the video. And how much you might have maybe even worshipped it, that sacred word of ours. Since worship is obviously the deepest level, and then you get the top of that next thing you know, as we worship each other completely. But yes, sweetie. Make sure you do that. Besides, give a brief message per each topic on Facebook. That's all I ask from you, honey. Okay, now time to do the good night kiss. I'm gonna spoil it because I've done do nothing but it by me prolonging it as long as I have. I'm gonna spoil it. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Good night, my love. Night. But really, good night, honey.
Guys, thoughts on that?
That
I have one question, and I think most people in the chat will understand. For those who are new and don't, I will explain. But here's my question. Can you feel the Soraptors?
No. I want to point out he did the message to his son, and we see what would come across as a proud parent, not one that's like, oh, we got to protect our son and grape our daughter.
yeah.
Like, we see two very different personalities.
This is the only time I've ever heard him mention like their future child.
Me too.
I must have unfortunately been zoned out at that point. I apologize. I have a hard time focusing on his words, and I'm not saying this to insult Nick. It's just my brain doesn't do good with a severe monotone. And
No, I'm the same way.
he's not being dramatic and loud and yelling ever. It's very calm and monotone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's giving terrifying, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so for anyone new to the chat about the Soraptors, the reason why I said that is because in 2024, as a free woman in her 30s, Gypsy Rose wrote in her memoir that Nick was an amazing storyteller, and if only he wasn't so violent, he could have sold millions of copies of his fiction, because whenever she would indulge and drink from the chalice of his stories, she could feel the Soraptors and see the gargoyles. That's why
So I took a lot of notes.
Thank you.
So I didn't zone out. So he mentions the Beauty and the Beast thing and then being like it. And there's the Facebook post. I don't know who all will know about this, but there's a comment on it and it says, "This is us," or whatever. And I don't remember which one it was that responds, but they say yes, but from the opposite, meaning the male was the beauty and the beast was the female.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that he brought that up. And then he talks about how he sent it. They're calling it a script. It's questions, but he says that she can choose what to respond to.
I know.
But it says that she can answer any topic on the Facebook, but it can be how blissful they've been through all the up and downs, his or her turn-ons, him wearing his ring and not wearing the ring, how they've stayed blissful through struggles. But nonetheless, she chose what to respond to, and she chose nothing but sexual things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's all that I've ever seen.
He seems to be trying to teach her how to be a good person for the most part and to be responsible.
Yeah.
And all she wants to talk about is the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
I have noticed in videos he has asked for more videos from Gypsy and less from Demona.
Yeah.
Or longer videos from Gypsy and shorter from Demona.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he just wanted love, guys.
Yeah, really, honestly, which is really sad. And the predicament he found himself in to actually choose to go through with it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, he knew what was going to happen. He knew what the consequence was going to be.
Well, and he mentioned their plan.
I was wondering about that.
Where did I
He
seen
said,
something about it.
He said the plan was girl-like. Your plan is so girl-like. Was this before they went to the movie theater?
So let me see.
Yes, it was 2 months
Yeah,
before.
Valentine's Day 2015. So you said it was in March of 2015 that they met at the movie theater?
Yeah, March 2015, I believe they met at the movie theater. So maybe he was saying that plan was so girl-like he didn't think it was going to work.
Got you. I did notice too.
Totally see him saying that too.
Like, this is so girl-like. It
I
reminds
noticed-
me of, will there be less freakouts in person? Poor Nick. Oh my God.
He said, "Oh,
I noticed too that he said he doesn't wear his ring at home to give his finger the ability to breathe because otherwise it causes wrinkles. So now that I'm not getting Botox anymore, I'm going to start telling my husband I can't wear my ring. If I can't get Botox, I can't wear my ring.
Don't want no wrinkles.
Yeah.
It was
So-
quite interesting."
Yeah, that was pretty much, I mean, I have a lot of notes, but that's the shorthand of it.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to take a little bit of time to process all of this because I've been watching all of these videos like a couple of times and sometimes I just zone out. So I've got to really just like one day when I'm done with all this, sit back and actually watch them and take notes and stuff like that. But it's going to be a while.
Yes.
So
I know right now your focus is just on what's appropriate to get out, not how am I analyzing this.
Absolutely.
correct. That's more of what it is. I'm just trying to push it all out to have the best impact at trying to change the narrative. And, you know, that's what we tried to do at CrimeCon. And we got a lot of visitors at the booth, and we handed out a lot of flash drives, but
Only
no
like
one was
one-
interested.
No one was that interested, but also only like one person out of the probably thousands of people that talked to us gave us any pushback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone-
like, and there were some people who seemed interested at the time. We just haven't heard back from them since,
Yeah.
a few big channels even.
That's true.
But yeah, there was little to no pushback. Pretty much everyone who stopped at the booth and talked was like, "Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, and I didn't even know about this stuff."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if they were kind of like undecided or whatever, there was even a lady that came over and we talked to her for maybe like 15 minutes and she was like, "I just bought her book. I wish I wouldn't have." And I was
It
like,
was
"No,
funny.
I encourage you to read it, but there's going to be a lot of stuff in there that you just have to know." She even admits out of her own mouth is inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
So why was she nominated for an award at CrimeCon for that book?
That was upsetting to all of us. None of us knew that until we were on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like I
We'd
was
already
not
bought our
there-
tickets on the way there.
yeah, I was not there for the banquet or the award show, but what I was told by somebody who was there is whenever they announced her name as like a as a nomination, everyone was silent. They cheered for everybody else.
I heard that too.
So
That's what we heard.
that's what we heard. Yeah, confirm it obviously, but we've heard from multiple people. So
I love that for her.
nobody seemed happy about it. That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
Okay.
Neutral was the very best reaction that we got.
I like
Okay. I've got another one. This is Gypsy Rose. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. It is 2/8/2015 at 6:16 p.m.
About a week prior.
It says Happy Valentine's Day 2015. And sorry, guys, for the echoing and stuff. When I do mute it, the video doesn't play. And then when I don't, it echoes. So I don't know what the heck's going on.
So this is about a week prior to the meeting at the movie theater for Cinderella.
Correct.
Wait, you said it was what was the date?
2/8. So it was
2/8.
before. So it was
Oh.
about a month. It was February 8th, and what we just watched was February
15th.
So,
So
Hey,
it was
Ned, I
like
believe it was March 12th, 2015 at the movie theater.
somewhere
that's
around there. Yeah.
about a month prior.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let me rewind it.
Hi, my wonderful King Charming. Happy Valentine's Day.
That's an echo.
This is a surprise. You didn't know I was doing this for you. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a collage of videos like I normally do for us on Valentine's Day. But I am wearing a very beautiful red dress. It has very beautiful beadwork. See? And that's why I look this nice. I really just wanted to make a video to show you how much I love you, but that would, and love and worship you, but that would be impossible because it's impossible to put into words, but I will tell you that we have been together for 2 years, and like over 2 years. It has been the best years of my life. You are such a blessing to me, and I'm so blessed and lucky to have you, and you're always my Valentine each year. So I hope I'm yours again this year. You really, I don't know if you knew that I was going to make you a video because I didn't say anything about it. But here I am making you a video. I am going to be sending you so many kisses and hugs in this video that you'll just fall right over your chair. Darling, you mean more to me than my own life. You're everything to me. You're more than just my husband, my boyfriend, my lover. You're my everything. You're a brother, you're a lover, you're a father, you're a boyfriend, you're a husband, you're everything get choked up. Everything all in one. And you complete my life so much. And you just bring such joy and happiness into my life, more than I can ever express. And I'm just overwhelmed with love and worship for you. No woman on this planet will ever love you or adore you or worship you more than me. That is pure truth, honey. Every day that goes by, I wonder what I did so right to deserve you. And the only thing I can think of is maybe it's not about deserving at all. Maybe it's just two people that are soulmates that are meant to be together and they're a part of each other. So maybe it's not about deserving. It's more about meant to be and fate and soulmates. And we are just that. I hope that I make you happy like you make me every single day of our lives together. I hope that I can bring you the joy that you have brought into my life. So I hope that I can give that back to you. That I can show you that I am all yours forevermore. For all eternity. I'm not going anywhere, son. Never. You don't have to worry about me leaving, cheating, any of that. You know I'm loyal and you know it. And you know that I am true. Because I know you said that other women have said I'm loyal. I'm true. I'm true to my soul. And here, near, far, here, there, everywhere, I am true to you. My one and only King Charming. So, I want to tell this to you right now. I love, adore, and worship you, my wonderful, wonderful husband. And I can't wait till we can have a real in-person relationship where our bodies never have to leave each other. Our skin never has to part again. And that we just live happily ever after. So, good night, my wonderful, amazing, handsome King Charming. You will always, always be number one in my book. You are my soulmate. And nothing could ever complete me more than you. Happy Valentine's Day, my love.
Another prom dress.
How can somebody be your father, your brother, and your husband?
That's called incest, Alora.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like that is a continuing theme all across the board, and I'm terrified.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were Rod or Dylan, I'd be even more terrified. Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I was thinking that we should do a side by side at some point of videos of her crying about being soulmates and being so in love like this, along with the video of her crying about Ken whenever they first got back together. She made that video of herself crying in the bedroom. She's like, I love that man so much. Like, it's exactly like these.
And even in the emails as well. So we could bring those in too.
The only time I really see her show emotion is when she's afraid of losing a man or of, losing their interest in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And we see more of the love bombing because I quoted, she said, no woman on this planet will love or worship you like I do.
Mm-hmm.
She said that in another video as well.
Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. And he said,
sure she said that in prison.
What?
Pretty sure she said that in prison emails to dudes too.
I would assume so. I mean, she has a pattern. And like I told Audrey that one time when I went on your TikTok, she has a pattern. Just look at the patterns and you'll see that she hasn't changed and she's a creature of habit.
Yeah.
So we have two choices. We can go with your master, Victor's commands and sexual instructions. Like I told you guys, I have that video. Or we can go with Gypsy, video to my King Charming. We're going to play either one of those at the end. So which do you want to see first?
I say the his video, the commands, like let's see if everything they say is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so everybody knows that it is sexually explicit. But
not where it shows anything.
No.
Not in the way that we've been saying.
Wording.
Yeah.
But you will be hearing something that is inappropriate. So if that's something that you can't handle, exit now.
Yes, please.
Exit stage left.
Can you tell us the date?
Yes. It's going to be on 4/23/2014.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite a bit before the crime.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the date modified anyway. You have to click it one more time.
Don't show me that again. Okay.
You should have hit got it. That would have made it not.
I did see Dimona. Yes, it's you, Victor, Master. Yes, Master Victor. It seems that I noticed that I mentioned Dimona's name in this video. I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I would have her involved just by saying her name. Anyway, Gypsy is the one that should be really watching this video in deep depth. The reason why I say you should be watching this video in deep depth, Gypsy, is because you're the one who's going to have to remember what I'm about to tell you. And you can have this one done as soon as you possibly could. I noticed how Nick gave you an example of how you already do one video. I always take my time by speaking, as you've always noticed that about myself. Since I always seem to think a lot faster than his brain usually would be able to comprehend if he was a full vampire, which good thing he's not. Because I'm not so sure his body will handle it. Anyway. The thing that you have to make sure you remember and you do a video of this, just because I think it's time for you to set the whole situation straight on what Nick needs to know. And also, he's bringing it up, and then he might have shown you that earlier. And no, I was not going to do this video until you cleaned his room enough to where it wasn't clothed all over the floor. So yes, I made sure you did that before I was willing to do this video. But sooner or later I was going to do it either way. Anyways, Gypsy, now this is what you have to know. What you have to know is that you have to make a sexual video. This is in no form, shape, or any other way like his birthday video. This is completely different. What you have to do is stay straight open about it. Speak straight open about it. He keeps bringing up his penis size. He keeps mentioning other sexual things. You have to let him know about them. However, not only do you have to let him know about them, all the different topics you could possibly talk about with sexuality in person, you'd have to let him know on camera. I'll give you an example of topics. And if you think of more, you obviously where to speak of them would be smart. Examples would be, obviously, how do you feel about him eating you out? You know that he obviously would be a, what they use in gamer terms, newbie at it, meaning it's his first try. Or if you wish to just call it, he'd be, I guess you could say, an eating out fire virgin, if you wish to call it that way too. Which is an interesting way to put it. You also need to do, not just mention that, obviously mention how you feel about giving him blowjobs, obviously. How you feel about him going in your ass, and the first time he ever goes into your pussy, obviously. Those are obvious things you need to make sure you know about, let him know about. However, I am including Dimona in this video for a reason. She has to do a short video on certain topics I'm mentioning too. Dimona, I'll get to you shortly on what that is. But the rest that Gypsy could talk about here is pretty much, I gotta get rid of that, okay. Is pretty much all those other things I just said. I add something to it. Let's see here. But how you feel about being constricted. When I say constricted, that obviously means being tied up, handcuffs, all this that stuff. The kinky side of all of it. I don't know about that. Maybe I'm eating food off of you. What else could I think of as ideas of things to do? Just having to think about all this. May turn myself on, but nothing new there. Nothing new at all. Oh. How you feel about his rape fantasies? There's another one. How you feel about the romantic ones that you know he has, such as maybe you and him doing it in the shower, or you and him doing it on the beach, or you and him doing it in other romantic ways. What else should I mention in this video that maybe it would be a good idea to do? Mention your chest size. Mention even your virginity. Why it's so special to you that you save it for him. Even that. We're going in depth here. So that means Gypsy's side of this video will be long, but Dimona's is short. Because I'll tell you shortly, Dimona, what you're going to let me and Nick know. That's right, us both know. But Gypsy's only focusing on Nick. Now, Gypsy, the last thing you need to know, besides all that stuff we just mentioned, and this is going to be important to him. Obviously, I mentioned this, you changing your dress size, obviously, or how you feel about it, or how you feel about your virginity, how you believe it's rightfully his and such. So that's that. And all the rest of that stuff I mentioned. The last thing you need to know is that when it comes to your body shape, sexual attraction is also about that too. You know how he feels about it. I'll remind you just so you can't say you don't remember. You may remember he said something like, as long as you're in healthy shape, which means you might be slim or slender. Slender means you actually still have muscle to yourself, so that's the reason why that word fits better. But yes, if you are slender, where you're somewhat slim, but at the same time have muscle, like he'll probably end up being slender just like you. Ironically, how soulmate bodies are that way, seem to copy off each other like that, even though he's way taller than you. Yes, I do remember that. Anyways, yes, Gypsy, what you also have to mention is that that's part of the whole body thing, besides your chest and your vagina, you know, the rest of that. Your first kiss, that's technically a sexual emotion, even though it's romantic, obviously, it's also sexual. They feel about that with them. Get in detail. Try to mention as many different things I just mentioned, because the more you mention, the better you'll please me, and the more you'll reassure Nick on what he is wondering about, because he's going to be curious about that area all the time. And that's just the natural nature of a man, though, so don't hold that against him. Anyways, all right, so do all that stuff. Remember all that stuff I just mentioned. And maybe even if you wish to say, just so he knows what's comfortable for you. You said that his dick size obviously perfect for you. But if you wanted to get it bigger, you would allow him. Now tell him how big you'd be willing to be okay with. I'm serious, Gypsy. Tell him that too. You said 10 was freaky. Do you know that the vagina can actually stretch out to 9 inches? Did you not know that? It's true. When it's in the moment, it can do that. You did not know that. So that means if you'd be willing to let it stretch out to 9 inches, such as his dick to go that far, let him know. Obviously 10 might be too much because of being pain. Maybe 9 would be the limit. You would say, okay, maybe that's big enough. So this way it fits my penis into your vagina. Obviously, that's what he would be thinking. It's just up to you if you decide to mention that, and I highly suggest you do. The only command I will give you on this video is that you do this. Gypsy, me as your master victor, I command you to mention as many of the sexual topics, have a serious discussion with them on video. Mention many of these sexual topics I mentioned. If you can mention them all, that means you'll please me completely and you'll have him completely reassured. But yes, mention as many of these as you can on video, no matter how long it would take you to remember them all if you can. Yes, Dimona, you're willing to help her remember, I'll allow you to. But yes, remember as many of these and make sure you answer them all for Nick. Now I'll add Dimona into the conversation. It's almost 12 minutes. I'll take my time though. Dimona, obviously I'm your soulmate, obviously I'm your master, obviously you see me as your everything. Now, I brought you in this conversation for a reason. You're only to mention 2 things. Maybe I changed my mind. 3. 3 is perfect for me. And yes, you're involving Nick and me for your answers, so just because I told you so. And obviously, you're the most obedient naturally there is. So I know you're going to listen to exactly as I tell you to. Here's what you need to know. Dimona, I'm going to give you a command right now. Remember it, because it's a two-part command. You can handle more than one part commands because you're just natural for it. So here's why you can handle it. Not to mention you're smart enough to handle it. That's another reason why. Mature enough and all the rest of those other reasons why. Anyways, Dimona, I command you to remember what I'm about to tell you and make sure you mention it in the video that you share with Dimona and Gypsy put together, such as your video you share with Gypsy. All right. The thing that you need to remember is this. I command you to remember to mention how you feel about, you know what, I decided I'm going to go deeper on this. It's not 3. I'm the extreme one out of the 4 of us. That's the reason why Dimona's going to have to adjust to it. Dimona, there's 5 things you have to remember out of sexual things we're talking about here. However, we're going to start with an extra one just to get that out of the way. Dimona, what I want you to do is, this is not necessarily a command. I'm just telling you to do it without a command. This one thing right here. So wait for the command when it comes. But this is what I want you to do. Tell Nick on how you plan on taking advantage of him, raping him pretty much. Because me as your master, I'll expect you to do it a lot. And because he is turned on by it, that means you can walk all over him all you want. Meaning raping him all you want. And I don't think Gypsy's going to get in the way, because if she knows that it's something that I expect out of you, she's going to obviously respect my wishes and go with the flow. Not to mention it's her body that's going on it, so there's no reason for her to say no to it. And even if she said no, you wouldn't be able to have reason to not do it, because it's your master telling you so. But yes, you let him know on how you plan on raping him all the time. And yes, make sure you tell him it isn't going to be all the time. Every moment you get a chance to do it, you're going to attempt to do it. And the only thing that I'm going to expect out of him is that he gives you, obviously, no trouble at all at first, but each time you do it, he's going to give you more trouble. So this way you get better at it. Why is this? So this way, when we were to do some crazy stuff as a crime couple, we'll just say that you'd be really good at it at that point, where you'd be able to have fun with me, we'll just say. So yes, you mentioned that part of the rape, where you're going to force yourself on him all the time. And then you also have to mention my part of it. What's my part? How you plan on submitting to me all the time, and me force myself on you. Make sure you do that. Gypsy. Sorry about that, Gypsy. I meant Dimona. Having about 1,000 thoughts going through my head of both of you can be mind puzzling. Anyways, yes. That's what I told you to do, which is not a command, but it's an idea to do to make me happy. Dimona. So remember that mentioned in Nick, how you plan on raping him all the different times. Sometimes just normal rape, which means you're not going to use any constraints, and other times you will use constraints. You got to get better without constraints for you to truly master it, though, which I do expect you to do over time. Just let you know that, Dimona. And yes, I might be expecting a lot out of you. That's nothing new to you. And obviously, you already know to mention my side of it too. How you plan to submit to me, whether it's constraints or no constraints. All right. Then you got Gypsy. She has a lot to remember, and hopefully she remembers that side of her video. I gotta now get the 5 things out of the way, just so I try to make it within 20 minutes, since that's a good time to hit it at. Dimona, now here's the command. I command you to remember 5 different things I'm about to tell you to make sure you mention in your video that you share with Gypsy. The 5 things are this. You make sure that you mention to me and Nick how you feel about giving blowjobs if you're truly a slut, as you try to prove to Shineri, or as you know him as the Black One. If you truly are that means you already know that you will fall in love with the idea of doing it, since that's your biggest job you'll ever have as sexually. That's the biggest job you'll ever have, is doing blowjobs, which means your mastery of it is a must. So yes, let us both know how you feel about it. Whether it's me or him, you're doing it too. You let us know how you feel about it. And the 2 other ones, which will add up to 3, how you feel about us doing your ass and us doing your pussy. You'd also mention that, Dimona. Now the 4th and 5th thing, how you feel about threesomes and how you feel about foursomes. Obviously, you'll probably, as you remember, doing them with your masters, what you mainly do it with. How you feel about doing those with me. Obviously, you have to match my sexuality. That's the reason why you would have to be willing to do those. And not to mention, you'll get more sexual by doing so. But you doing a threesome and foursome, you will actually get more sexual. Just remember that, Dimona. So yes, those are the 5 things. Oh, and this is another one just to make your master happy. You can mention it to us both too if you want us both to be. We could say he'll be reassured, while I'll just be put to ease on wondering about it. The 5th thing, you already said, you already know. But the 6th thing, as in it's a bonus thing you can mention. And I suggest that you do it just so you get as much information out in the video that you do with her as you can. It's about to be 20 minutes. Here it is. The bonus 6th thing is how you feel about eating gum. You know, Nick already did research to prove that it's actually good for a female body. So, yes. Since he already did find it, and he even showed Gypsy, you obviously know it's good for you. So with that said, you have to mention how often you wish to do it, if you would do it at any time I told you to, or you would force him to let you eat it when maybe you're on him, you force yourself on him, or such stuff like that. You have to let us know that too, Imana. Alright, now I gave you the video like I told you I would. Hopefully you actually remember your part. And Gypsy, hopefully you remember yours. Now I'm going to say goodnight to you both from this video. And hopefully you both will make me proud and pleased. Or you'll make Nick happy and proud. And obviously reassured, since he's wondering about all those different topics I just mentioned. Well, I figured I'd put his mind at rest by giving you both commands about these things. Alright. Me, your master Victor, does love and adore Gypsy and Dimona. Good night. Good night, my dear love slave and my dear love slave soulmate. May you both rest really well, sleep peacefully, and may you both also put me at content when I see your video to respond to this one, because I will expect it in the near future. When I say near future, I mean as soon as possible future. Remember that. So this way you can make me proud of you both. But since you both haven't made me disappointed lately, I'll give you both a kiss at the same time, known as a two-handed kiss, just because you both have earned it. The longer you don't disappoint me, the longer you'll keep me pleased, which means you might see more videos and more videos of me. I suppose you're both happy you got to see this one. Now, here's your goodnight kiss. My women. Make me proud, my love slaves. Both hopeless, as you both should be.
Okay, first off, I noted literally everything he said on his commands, and not once did he mention child sexual assault. And that literally ties back because I have the notes from her video of everything she mentioned. The only thing she did not mention in her video, unless I missed it, was eating splooge. So that was his command video, to which she responded and mentioned the child. And I want to note that he did tell her, you can speak up more if you want. She chose.
I'm watching this, and my thought is Gypsy Rose watched this, and her thought was, I got to get that man a bus ticket in a hotel room.
I think she saw that for that exact reason. I got to get this man a bus ticket and a hotel room to take care of my mom because he'll do it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've definitely never seen, and again, we're not fierce defenders of Nick, but nothing that we've seen has shown him being this evil, sadistic person that's come up with this plan like he's a mastermind, and that he paints these beautiful pictures in my mind, and he could write a...
Can you see the Raptors?
I cannot see the Raptors.
I'm going to be honest, the more I watch, the more I'm on board of she really did it, and he didn't help, and he just is saying that he did it because he worships her. Like, I mean, maybe I'm not fully there, but it's really giving everything she said was a lie, so why am I going to believe that?
Right? That's, I mean
who
it's
knows?
very
No claims, all alleged.
Yeah,
no,
all alleged, but holy cow, I mean, his demeanor and everything. Yes, anybody's capable of anything. I'm not saying that he's not capable of that.
And he's clearly got a lot of issues that need to be worked through.
Yeah, like he's expressing dark desires, but frankly, a lot of people do, especially who have disabilities that prevent them from having appropriate social cues and understanding. Yeah. And I'm not saying that makes anything that he said okay. I'm not at all. I'm just saying a lot of people say those things without going through with, and it took her 2.5 years to convince him.
Yeah.
Well, he literally tells her, talk about being a virgin, talking about being ate out, the front and the back, I won't say the actual words here, chest size, if she's willing to go up to 9 inches, BJ's, doing a threesome, and eating splooge. Sorry, those are the only words I can come up with that are appropriate.
Oh, you're good. I'm just dying because it's on my channel, and I would have never thought in a million years I'd be talking about this kind of stuff on my show.
Right.
It just sounds so juvenile and cringe to me. It's like we're supposed to find this terrifying and understand suddenly how she was manipulated, and I don't see it.
He did.
I'm not saying he's not saying some disturbing things here and there, but I don't see the manipulator of why anyone would be terrified and not just be like, block.
I did forget to say he does mention grape on both sides, him doing it to her, her doing it to him. But he also said crazy stuff as a crime couple, which they are now in history as a crime couple.
They are.
Killer couples.
It's interesting that they talked about being a crime couple in these videos, but in her emails to Melissa Moore about her book, she said she was very clear. She was like, I do not want us to be portrayed as some Bonnie and Clyde and blah, blah, blah. And Nick's under the impression that he was the first one and he wasn't, or no, not first one, but I don't remember. But she said there were a lot of men before him. And that's whenever she mentioned that whenever she was real age 18, she snuck out of the house and met a 50-year-old man in Springfield named Richard Keene. And that's one of the many times she claims Dee Dee smashed up her laptop.
Yeah.
Can't imagine any mother of an 18-year-old not having a similar reaction, realizing they snuck out and met a 50-year-old man.
Especially an 18-year-old that looks the way that she does and
acts
herself the way that she does.
Mhm.
That, and, you know, you can have an age gap, but that's just weird. That's
Yeah.
just weird.
And I would definitely never consider them like a Bonnie and Clyde. I'd think more like Myra Henley and Ian, what's his name from the UK.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
No clue.
the Moores murders. That's a very sad story. And I believe there's at least still one child who hasn't been accounted for. So, yeah, go look that up because that's scary. Okay, so anything else you want to pull from that video, or do you want to go on to another one?
The next one.
Okay, so we're gonna do video to my King Charming. This is Gypsy, and I just found it very interesting. So I'm gonna start
What's the date on it?
So the date on that one is 10/1/2013 at 5 p.m.
So this is early on into their relationship.
So
This is
King Charming. Okay.
they officially became official, right? Because they started dating in October of 2013, or was it
I
2012?
think it was 2012.
2012. So it'd be 1 year.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, but this is at the very bottom of the list. Just so everybody knows, it's the fourth one from the end of all of my videos.
So it's not all in order. We're not picking and choosing.
Yeah, it's just
We're not leaving stuff out. And the stuff that people are accusing of us leaving out, coincidentally, they're playing our videos. So
Mm.
to prove that we're leaving it out. Very weird, but anyway.
very smart.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull this one up.
Hi, my love.
Okay, this one is 21 minutes and 7 seconds, and this is Gypsy. So here we go.
Wonderful King Charming. This is your Queen Blessing, or your Blessing Queen, as you say. Guess what I got? Your letter. I'm actually making a redo video because I know that the first one didn't completely satisfy you, so that's why I'm making a second redo video. So, but not to worry, I love reading your letter all the time, so it'll be exciting to read it on cam for you. She got me something to drink. Okay. Exciting. Okay. It says, "Dear my lovely sweet Gypsy." Aw, that's really sweet. It's nice that you call me that. "Yes, sweetheart, it is your King Charming, Nicholas. Yes, I am doing what your master Victor said was okay, my freestyle writing. But anyway, sweetie, yes, it is true, I miss you nonstop every second of every day and night. Truth is, I miss you every second of every minute of every day of every night, all the time. That's why I'm always daydreaming about you, because it kind of helps me a little bit. So I'm in a constant state of daydream, which you probably are too. So it's nice to know that you love me as much as I love and adore you." Okay, where was I? "When I call you my blessing queen, it speaks to how I feel to have you. It speaks of what you already are in my eyes, whether you realize it or not. which sometimes I do realize it because you show it so good and you're always so romantic and you always show that you care and that you love me and you're just really good at showing it. So, even though we are not married yet, dear, but the key word is yet, meaning you will be married to me, destined to marry me in time, darling. I already know that, which is why oh, wait, hold up. I need to show you the ring, which I will, in a bit. I'll show you that after I finish this. But I know that we're destined to marry each other. Duh! Of course we will. We just have to wait a little bit. And, oh, that's probably the hardest part is waiting. Waiting. I hope you are able to read my freestyle writing okay, because it may be something new to you, so you may take the time to read it, but if you are the only one to be able to read it, that's another sign of you being my soulmate. Honey. Aww. Well, truth is, your writing, it is new, but it's something that I can't read. So I'm able to read it just fine. The only trouble I have is whenever letters get smaller, because then I need to use my glasses. But I can read it just fine here. And I tend to lose my place a lot when I'm reading. It's not just you. Even like when my friends send me postcards, I tend to lose track of where I'm reading. So it takes me a little bit of time. And sometimes I might pause and read it. Take my time. That's fine. But I'm able to read it just fine, hun. Let's see, where was I? Okay. I plan on using data sites of this paper for you to read, so you have much practice at getting used to this type of writing. Darling, even then, either way, this letter is to be big, as you know. I am the most detailed one of us three. That is true. You do like a lot of details, and that's a good thing because details could be showed like I can't figure out the word I'm looking for. Transpired. I don't know. It's a certain word that I'm trying to figure out. It basically just means that it shows how much you care and how much you put into whatever you do, such as this letter. So, all right, now I'm reading the. All right, I read the front. Okay, now I'm gonna read the back. Sweetie, not I can go. If not, I can go into deeper into details. Like I love to. Okay, dot. Says a pair. Like I love to dot. Okay. Baby, let me start by letting you know that you are everything I look for in my soulmate. Everything from your black hair to your 2 brown eyes to your luscious must-be-kissed lips. Aw, it's really sweet. I'll be kissing you all the time too. So, to your body type and shape, to your everlasting picture-perfect smile and giggle. I giggle a lot, and it's kind of funny because even when I'm trying to be quiet on the computer, I tend to giggle and laugh and smile. So every emotion that I'm showing on the computer is how I'm showing in real life too. And that also means when I'm crying, I do cry. When I giggle, I do giggle. So every emotion that I'm showing to you is full on real. But I think that's really wonderful that you adore each part of me and all of me, and like, even my silly, funny laugh you enjoy. So, and I love and adore yours. You have the cutest voice. You're just so adorable. I just want to hug and kiss you all the time. Back to the letter. Let's see, where was I at? Okay. To your body type and shape, to your everlasting picture-perfect smile and giggle and blushing face, to your adorable personality and truly at times matching mind, heart and soul. Baby, just know that no matter what changes your master picture wants for you to do, make about your body, I'll adore it in all ways possible. You're my soulmate. So with that said, if he has you keep your boob size or increase it, no matter what, I'll accept it. Just like if I kept my penis size or get it bigger, you would accept it too, baby, as I know I would expect you to. Which, if Master Victor does want me to get an increased size, I will. Truthfully, I want to get an increased size. It's just if I don't, it would probably be that I don't have enough money to. But if I don't, then I'm happy as I am, and I'm very, very grateful that you're happy, and not happy, just that you accept me as I am, because I know that I'm not like a very curvy girl. I've seen 2 of your exes, just from looking on the computer. Like I noticed Jackie is a little bit bigger. I also noticed another girl, Lauren, that she's a bigger girl, and so I'm guessing maybe you go for curvier girls, and I'm maybe the only like skinny one you've ever had. So my shape is a bit thin, and my breasts are not as big as you're probably used to, but luckily I have a good ass. So that's like one thing, but it looks from pictures and stuff like that I'm gonna clip this so okay. But it looks as if my breasts are getting bigger somehow, and I don't know if that's because I'm still maturing. I don't know, but whatever the reason is, I'm happy about it. And I know that they say that whenever a woman becomes pregnant, her breast size grow. So and then shrinks back down. But I don't know. But I guess because I'm going to be choosing to breastfeed, it might get bigger. Okay, back to the letter. And also about your penis size. I don't think it's small. If you're worried about the whole macho bravado thing, don't worry about it. It doesn't even enter my brain. You might think it's small compared to other guys, but truthfully, it doesn't matter to me. It's big enough, I think, and I'm going to explain this to you on camera now that I have a chance to. God made us for each other, and I am a bit smaller in size anyway, so even though you're 6 feet tall, and I don't remember how much you weigh, but you were saying that people seem to think that you were younger than you are because of your size or whatever, and people think the same thing about me. So with that said, I'm thinking that maybe God made us to be perfect for each other. So if a girl, like another woman, says you're not big enough, well, then you're not her soulmate. Can you get what I'm saying? It's not that you're small, it's not that you're huge, it's your perfect size for me. And I because truthfully, I don't want a guy that's huge, because that would freak me out. If I wanted that, I'd go with my friend that's like 10.5 inches, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy, that's freaky, I don't want to be with you. Even though he offered sex, but I don't want it with him because I don't love him, nor do I want his. It's too big. There's too big, perfect, small, or too small. And you're in that perfect range for me. So keep it the size you have it, because that's the best for you and me, because we are soulmates, so our bodies are made for each other. So even though my breast size is a little bit smaller, I could always fix that. But as for your size, your penis size, you can keep it that size because it is perfect as it is. And I love and adore it. And it is the only one I want. So don't think that there's anything wrong with it, because there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, back to the letter. Now that I explained all of that. Or get it bigger. I would expect you to accept. Sorry, missed up on that. I've already read that part. Now, to end it on a romantic note, sweetheart, you are my everything and everything because you are. Please remember, we are forever together in that way. Oh, of course I know we are. And then whenever we have times that we fight, we always make up. And that's kind of special about us, because in our times that we do fight, we seem to get stronger. Which is a good thing, because sometimes fights can break up couples. A lot of the times. So now that you said your last bit and then you signed it off, yours now and forever, Nicholas. And with an adorable heart mad with a cloud. That is so cute. That is so cute. And the reason I make mine a rose, because it's for Gypsy Rose, but also because a rose is my favorite flower, and it's also a symbol of love. So that's why I always want to give it to you. As I know that this heart and a cloud is. And it is so cute. I love it so much, darling, and thank you so much for this romantic letter. I hope that I answered it, read it, and answered it as you wanted. Truly, this is so romantic, and I hope that you always have that romantic part of you, because you are the most romantic guy I've ever met. I've never met anyone else like you before, and that's why you're such a rare gem to have. You're so truly, I've never met anyone else like you, and even if I did, I wouldn't want anyone else, because you're my soulmate. So, and we seem to have this thing that we see each other whenever we're not really there. Like, I see you sometimes at night, and sometimes it might be an illusion, but sometimes, I'm not an illusion, a hallucination. And you're not there, but, there are times that we send our soul out to each other so we can comfort each other, and even though we're not physically there next to each other, we are spiritually. So, and that's something so amazing about us. But I always want you to know that I love and adore you with all of my heart and my soul, and I cannot wait to be with you, and can't wait to be your wife and your one and only, which I know I am your one and only right now, but one and only physically. So I can't wait for us to be physically together. 2016, still so long away. But I'm counting down, and I've got a lot of the money. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pause the video so I can go get the money to show you in the ring. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Alrighty. I was talking about the money that we have for our trip. This is your trip. This is your savings, our savings. We have about, I need to count it, about $390. So we have about $390. 260 is going to go to the bus that you're going to take over here. So your bus ride, your round trip Greyhound bus is covered. Now I'm saving for the hotel, because I'm hoping to keep you in town for maybe about 4 or 5 days. So I need to have in the hotel, I'm not completely sure how much that's going to cost, but probably around anywhere from $40 to $60. So I'm trying to save as much as I can. Now I did take out $94 for this little beauty. Now I don't think you can see it as well as I'd like you to, but this of course is the all-important engagement ring. So that I got kept in a very safe place, and I'm hoping to. I had like about $406 before I took out the money for the ring, but now I'm gonna build that money back. So we have the joint savings. So it's not all my money. It's not all your money. It's our money as a unit, because we'll use it for different things. Like we'll use it for your trips here. We'll use it for the wedding. We'll use it for different necessities that we'll need. So that's why I have it. It's a good thing too. And this is the receipt for the ring. It was originally $88, but with tax, tax turned out to be like $669, and then ended up being, the total price ended up being $94.69. And I paid cash, $100 cash. And then they gave me $5.31 back. So this is the receipt. I bought it from Walmart. One item. There you go. There you see. So I saved that with the ring. So I'm very excited. So the plan is to just slip the ring in on the first. Your first trip here is slip the ring in your pocket. That way, whenever you go back home to Wisconsin, you can take it with you. And then whenever the perfect time is, you can bring it back here and you can do the whole romantic proposal thing. But that's completely up to you. I'm not forcing you in any way. The reason I got the ring is to make sure that I had the money now. So, and I wanted us to make like a little checklist. Say, okay, ring, check. You don't have to stress out about it. I don't want to put any pressure on you. The final decision is always your choice. I just gave you the necessities for it. So I guess that kind of shows how serious I am about you, because I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't completely 100% in love with you and adore you like I do, and completely believe that I want you to be with me forever and I want to marry you, and which I do. And like you said in your letter, we're destined to marry each other. So we need a ring to do that. So check. But yes, I hope you like it as much as I do, because I adore it. And I can't wait for whenever you put it on me. So I will end it now, like you said, on a romantic note by saying this. I love and adore you, my amazing King Charming, and I'm sending you all my love, all my kisses, all my hugs, and I hope that it embraces you and it makes you feel loved and adored, as you are. Good night, my love, my adorable sweetie pie. Oh, and I thought of a new name for you. Kissy Bear. So I'm gonna start calling you Kissy Bear. Good night, Kissy Bear. I can't stop giggling about it.
Oh, that was weird.
It sounded like Kissy Bear was panini press. No, I think she said panini pressure, but it did sound like panini press.
At first, I was like, "Oh my gosh, no!"
Yeah.
We've been wondering why Nick seems so obsessed with his size and Gypsy's boob size and everything. Whenever in every other context, he was always just like, "You're perfect, you're perfect." Well, I think we know why now, because she kept telling him she has a friend with a 10.5-inch one that offered.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed she said She chose the ring and is giving him everything to necessitate for him to propose. Hello, Ken.
She had the
Lifetime.
same thing in her
off the
prison
ring.
email.
Yeah.
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 Like it's literally a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
She bought a ring on the black market in prison too. I can't remember if it was while she was with Ken or with Ryan or with both.
Well,
It
we
was
could
with
find out. She got written up
Ryan,
for
I
it.
believe.
Ryan.
She got written up for it, didn't she?
Yeah. I just can't remember the year for which dude or
No, it could have been Ken since she wasn't actually married to him. So I
Also,
don't
know,
know.
I
I
just
remember.
for a girl that was hiding everything from her mom, and still at this point, because you said that was October 1st, 2013, was still hiding that she could walk. Did Nick think that she was like, hey, Mom, can you take me out of my wheelchair, put me in this chair? Oh, do this again so I can go get the money and put me back so I can finish filming? Like,
yeah, how was she buying that ring and getting the receipt? And also, did she show him that receipt because Nick had an issue with the stealing? Like, why? It seemed weird to me that she showed the receipt when the
That's a good
baby thing,
That's
remember the baby stuff? She was bragging about how Damona got all this for free, but she was very clear to show him the receipt, tell him what she paid, the cash she paid out, the tax she paid. It just felt like there might be a reason.
Yeah, I haven't run across any videos of her asking him about that yet, but there's quite a few that I still haven't watched yet. So.
Yeah, and Millennial and I were talking about this before we actually went live, but does anybody recall Christy saying that Gypsy doesn't know anything about money?
Yes.
Documentaries?
yes.
Yeah, she said she didn't know nothing about money. She thought that $5,000 would last them forever. She thought water was free, didn't know about bills and all this stuff. And she very clearly knows a lot about money. We saw a video on, I don't remember if it was the last live stream or the one before, where she was doing a breakdown of like, we need money, we need a house, we need a car, all this stuff. And here she went over tax and savings and hotel prices. Like she understands money very well.
She understands life very well.
Mhm.
That's what it seems. But if anybody has that clip of Christy saying that, send it Millennial's way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
definitely. It'll get used there.
It will get a lot of use there.
But is there anything else you wanted to pull out from that? Because Alora's got to get up early in the morning. So we're going to call it late or early tonight. But
I don't have much to add because I zoned out after she talked about how good her ass was.
Oh,
I zone out so much.
I get it.
one other thing, she pulled up, the money was in a Ziploc bag.
Yes.
And whenever we saw the stolen baby clothes pictures, it was also, some of it was in Ziploc bags labeled.
Correct.
All this time when looking at the bags around the house, we've assumed that we saw a lot of things in Ziploc bags and we've always assumed that was Dee Dee. It still could be, but now we're seeing that pattern with Gypsy, so we don't know but how much of it was Gypsy in the house.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And like you said earlier, she has new outfits in almost every video. So, I mean,
Yes, and it's so weird that she put in her book in 2024 like complaints about her mom's hoarding up of buying cheap prom dresses when we see she was wearing them almost every other day.
But then she's on record saying that her mom dressed her like a boy.
That makes no sense
Repeatedly.
whatsoever.
even when she's dressed up like a little kid, she still looks like a little girl, not a little boy.
Mhm.
And earlier when did we watch the video? No, we didn't watch that yet. I guess I'll watch it on Saturday maybe. But at some point in some video, she is actually dressed up like a little girl. And she's like, oh, I look like a 13-year-old. But she really looks like an 8-year-old. She's dressed up like an 8-year-old.
Really
And it
creepy.
almost sounds like she's sexualizing the fact that she looks young. And she's talking about how she's underage and how Nick could go to jail for them being together. So I almost kind of wonder if he ever knew her real age.
She's obsessed with the age 13.
Yeah, something.
That's what it
It's
seems like
very
to
creepy.
me.
And
Allegedly.
so you guys will have to come back on Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's my regular day for Military Broadcast Radio. So that's when we'll be going live again. And we have a lot more to show you guys. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, unfortunately.
11,000 files.
Yeah, and there's a lot of audio recordings, a lot of stuff. So, yeah, so we're going to go live at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday, and Millennial told us she's not going to be here. Audrey, are you going to make it?
5 p.m. on Saturday. I should be available.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well,
Hopefully we can get people
either way,
together.
we're going to have somebody on here with us. And just to let everybody know, part of the reason why Alora and I stopped with the first round of FOIAs presenting the stuff is because it was so heavy and we were by ourselves, you know, kind of just like presenting it to everybody. And there weren't a lot of people on the chat. And it just felt like we were reading such terrible stuff.
Someone's
know,
private messages.
Yeah, but now I'm just like, you know what? It's
needs to be out there.
Yeah,
So.
it does. So I thank everybody for being here, and thank you, Millennial, and thank you, Audrey, for joining us.
Thank you for having
Yes,
me.
thank you for having us.
Yeah, and so I hope everybody has a blessed evening, and that you go out and do something good to change the world for the better. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.